This podcast provides a platform that will share many different points of views that should empower you, uplift you, make you want to go out and do right. When you hear the term still a man, say, yes, I am. Still a man. Yes, I am. Still a man. Yes, I am. Let's go.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions in this video and comments on this podcast do not reflect or represent the views and opinions on this podcast platform.
What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of the Still a Man podcast. Tonight, we're going to continue our discussion regarding Black history. So we're going to talk about Black unity tonight. All right. So we're going to get right into it. And so before we get started, everyone, listen to the question, let the question be presented to you, and answer the question that's being asked. And if you have any refute or rebuttal, put it in the chat or wait until there's a break in the conversation and then make your feelings known. Because if you cut anyone off and then someone else gets involved in your rebuttal, now it becomes a whole bunch of noise because no one's being heard. Because you can't hear what you're saying and everybody's talking at the same time. All right? So that being said, let's get started. I'm gonna go to the ladies first. I'm gonna go to Kiana.
Speaking of ladies, you got Edema and Tonya that just joined us.
All right, welcome, ladies. So I'm gonna go to the ladies first. I'm gonna start with Kiana. I'm gonna make my way around, all right, to do all the ladies, and then I'm gonna go to the gentlemen. All right, Kiana, first question of the night. Why is the Black race so divided?
It's systematically done. They placed light-skinned Blacks against dark-skinned Blacks since the beginning. So as long as it's been designed for us to be not on one accord, we're still not on one accord.
Okay, beautiful. Patsy, why do you think the Black race has been so divided?
It's been like that since the slavery times. It's like the slave masters and overseers always picked out certain slaves to be tattletales, so to speak. And a lot of the slaves figured, we'll avoid that, figured out who was doing the snitching, and they just afforded that person to make sure, like, whatever was being done around them was being right. Yeah. So now it's just like it's still pertained to that, and then you add in the colorism and everything, so different things. Everybody's putting down everybody else, That's my opinion.
All right. Itama, same question. Why are Black people so divided?
I agree with what the ladies have said, but also, as far as the system, the system put it in place, but I think that we let it happen. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whether the system put it in place, it still happens in our homes. You know what I'm saying? You got light-skinned children, you got darker ones. and then they pick on each other, and the parents let it happen instead of correcting it like y'all are equal. It just still happens where they favor the lighter one, and the ugly one is the darkest one. Like, cut it out.
Mm.
Okay, well said, well said. Tanya, welcome. Same question. Why is the black race so divided?
I'm gonna have to agree with the panel. They all hit on good notes. So everything that they said is an ingredient.
All right, we're gonna go to the gentleman. Robert, we'll go to you first. Why is the black race so divided?
Basically our fault. I think that we forgot when we was looking for strength, when we was looking for acceptance, when we was looking for just a place of belonging on like equal grounds. Back in slavery time, we probably was more united than we are now because they loosened the chains. We may think the chains are broken, but they're just a little loosened. We're able to do a little bit more than we was able to do back then, but we took it for granted. So each black person today and coming to today's time, did not work together. They tried to protest and fight together, but to be on equal grounds, I don't think that the black race really want each other to be equal. Someone has to be on top.
You guys are coming right out the gate, dropping jewels. I like it. Mr. Lacey, same question. Why is the black race so divided?
I think it's textbook Willie Lynch letter. It's all by design, and it's a long line of betrayal and trauma coming from it. Like the kings and queens of the North trading on the kings and queens of the South, or us teaching the Siberian Asians everything they know, and then they stole our identity, basically. You get what I'm saying at the end of the day. And then you have people like Harriet Tubman, who said, I would have saved more slaves if they knew they were slaves. People don't be knowing that they're slaves because of the way they designed this system to make people feel good about the things that they're doing and moving up in this money monopoly.
Education, education. All right, Sean, it's on you, my brother. Why is the black race so divided?
I'm gonna have to agree with everyone on the panel. And then my simple fact is we have this crab in the barrel mentality. We just can't work for whatever reason. Some of us can't work together. We just got to make sure that we're not the ones at the bottom.
Okay. Dude, you with us?
Yes, I am.
All right, same question. Why is the black race so divided?
Well, I'm going to go where Greg said in integration. Integration did all that.
Yes, sir.
We were strong black communities until integration. We were united
From the
together.
lambs in the slaughter.
That's right. The only problems we had were with those people. Integration did all that. And what he said about the Willie Lynch letters too. That's the main thing too, because that's what has you thinking that you're still a slave when you're free.
All right, we're going to move on to the next question. Dude, I'm going to stay with you. All right, question number 2. Has the church become an albatross for the black race? And if so, how so?
Well, I'm just going to say this. The church done ruined the black people and the black families. There's not one thing that the black church has did for the black community and the black families when there's so many of them and on every corner. You got more churches on corners than you got liquor stores now and check cashing places. And they ain't doing nothing.
Okay. Robert, same question. Has the church become an albatross for the black race? And if so, how so? You gotta turn your mic on.
Sorry, I'm just gonna kind of agree with Dude said. I mean, we basically touched that some many shows ago. We said that it's more than enough churches in the black community. Are they really making a difference with the people? Do you see a great deal of change? Um, I don't think that we do. I mean, I thought churches was there to uplift the communities and bring some what freshness or opportunities for the people in the community. But then again, I go back and say that all falls back on individual, the people that's in the community. So I can't blame it all on the churches.
Gregory, same question. Has the church become an albatross for the black race? And if so, how so?
Well, to know God, you got to know thyself. And you got to take
Right.
it back to what we used to do before the white man came and invaded our lands. I hope you all seen the Nat Turner story. It's a movie out about Nat Turner and how they was already in America and the white people came here. They was met with arrows, and these people were in their tribal essence, in their spirituality. You get what I'm saying? So when he became a slave, you seen what they had him doing to separate us. They had them reading passages from their books, from their interpretation, that they stole these stories from us. It probably felt familiar once you learned the language. Get what I'm saying? So it was all used to separate us anyways from the beginning. Even take us out of the equation, take the black people out of the equation. The people that was using the church, they was going around killing people to make them turn into Christians. And that's how they conquered the world. It's a Christian nation.
Now,
Has the church become an albatross for the black race? And if so, how so?
It once was because the church was supposed to be the symbol of Christ. But now I think that the black community, they're looking for anything to grasp onto as faith and belief in what's going on in the world today. People don't have respect for the church like they used to. That's why I said it used to be, because albatross just means a symbol of Christ. And a lot of black people don't look at church as Christ anymore because they so quick to say that there's so much crookedness going on.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the ladies. Patsy, has the church become an albatross for the black race? And if so, how so?
To a point it has, because it's kind of helping to divide people instead of bringing them together. Does that make sense?
Yes, is your answer.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's they're not helping bringing people together instead of dividing them.
I kind of understand what you're saying, because there's so many churches and they all got different names and they have different crowds in each church that are having one big giant church that Dorchester, Roxbury, Mattapan, Jamaica Plain, and so on just meets up and everyone prays at the same time together.
Tanya, same question. Has the church become an albatross for the Black race? And if so, how so?
What's an albatross?
Something that weighs it down, a burden, a hindrance.
Well, first we have to remember that a church is just a building. It's the people in the community that's in it that creates the hindrance. We go to church to look to reconnect with Christ. When you can reconnect with Christ on your own, you're supposed to go there for guidance, but we have to remember that the church is full of sinners. Sinners who went there to get saved. We all have faults. None of us is perfect. So you need to use the church as a way to reconnect with Christ. Get your spirit together. So it's when you allow it to, when you using it for your own means and not for the people, to feed the sheep. You're supposed to be feeding the sheep with the word of God, but you're feeding the sheep with your own interpretation, and some churches are lining their pockets. That's when it becomes an albatross.
Beautiful. Kiana, you with us?
Yep.
All right. Here's the question. Has the church become an albatross for the Black race? And if so, how so?
I don't believe so, because there's a lot of people who don't believe or attend church. So it can't be that for everyone. I believe that more people are looking for a microwave situation and don't want to put in the work. And faith without works is dead. So no, I don't believe so.
Before we go on to question number 3, is there anyone that's with us that did not get a chance to answer the question because of technical difficulties?
Me.
All right, who's me? Itzma?
Yeah.
All right, so the question is, has the church become an albatross for the Black race, and if so, how so?
It's the people. Like, who runs the church? You know what I'm saying? We need to be honest. Like, who runs the church? Like, everyone's not that honest. Everyone's not out for everyone. Like, the way that a lot of people live life is like they live for themselves. They're not out here trying to help this, that, and the third person unless it's beneficial for them. You get what I'm saying? I've been to numerous different churches, and there is churches that help. But then there's churches that I sat there and watched. They keep shit to themselves for them and their family. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you just have to pick and choose as people. You can't blame the church. Who runs the church?
Well said, well said. We're going to stay right with you. We're going to go to question number 3. And question number 3 is, does the Black race require a spokesperson? And if so, should it be a descendant of their enslavers?
Wait, what?
Does the Black race require a spokesperson? And if so, should it be a descendant of their enslavers? So simply put, do we need an intercessor? And if so, should it be a representative of the white race?
Why would it be somebody from the white race if we talking about the black race? Like how can they, you know, say anything about what a black person comes from or went through?
I'll say it. Duchess, same question. Does the black race require a spokesperson? And if so, should it be a descendant of their enslavers?
So when you say a descendant, do you mean somebody who's mixed? I mean,
No.
because if somebody, so you just mean a completely white person?
Yeah,
No,
a person of the where their ancestry had
an
slaves.
oppressor will never help the oppressed. So no, absolutely not. Do we need a spokesperson? I mean, we're not a monolith, so we would need several people. But the problem is everybody wants to be a leader, and there needs to be, uh, like sergeants, lieutenants. There needs to be some, I don't want to say hierarchy, but everybody's trying to step over everybody to be the one in the light, and sometimes you, especially if you're fighting a good cause, you need to do that in the dark.
Lovely. Don't tell me my people are not intelligent. You put it out there, they understand the assignment, and they do the work. I'm loving it. Y'all keep up the good work. Patsy, same question. Does the black race require a spokesperson? And if so, should it be a descendant of their enslaver?
I would say then there could be a representative. As far as it being an enslaver, I'm not quite sure because that's a tricky kind of question because look at it, it's like if you're working together, it should be the best person qualified and if you're coming together, it's like praying together. It's like coming together in one accord and praying for what is best for the community. Um, so if that entails having some white people within the group that's on the same side as the black folk and working together in one accord, then it's not necessarily about the person that's representing them as being an enslaver or being a person that was enslaved. It's about working together as one as a whole. And yes, you have to do look at color, but then partly you have to look at the intention behind who is leading and what you guys are doing together and being in agreement on on being a leader and representative for the greater cause.
Loving it. I'm loving it. Y'all just dropping jewels tonight. I need to get me a scooper so I can scoop some of this up and keep it for later. Tanya, son, you beloved, does the black race require a spokesperson? And if so, should it be a descendant of their enslaver?
The black race has a spokesperson. They just have to get in tune with the spokesperson.
Oh, time someone brought that up. I was waiting for that shit. Thank you, Tanya.
Go ahead, Sid.
They have a spokesperson. They just got to align with this spokesperson. Once they seek the spokesperson first, everything else will fall into place. The spirits got to align. I mean, the spokesperson is Jesus, of course. So once you reconnect with that spokesperson, and your spirit is aligned with what his spirit is, with his, and you listening to him and following his direction, there's your leader right there.
Okay. And dude, we're gonna come to you next. Does the black race require a spokesperson? And if so, should it be a descendant of their enslaver?
Fuck no. Fuck no for that part. But we already have one. And once we understand 2 Corinthians 15:3, then we won't need nothing else. That's what we should be focusing on. Once you understand 2 Corinthians 15:3 and really understands what that means, then we don't need nothing else. Searching for shit that we already have is dumb. That's like saying I got $1 million in a bank account. The only reason I can't get my money is because I don't got my ID. So that means go find my shit to go to the registry to get me a proper ID so I can go get my money. That's all it is. But if I don't go through those steps, I got money sitting there waiting on me and talking about I'm broke.
All right. I'm gonna go to Gregory next. Gregory, does the black race require a spokesperson? And if so, should it be a descendant of their enslaver?
Now, what I'm about to tell you, you might not like, but I know something about roaches. Yeah, boy. And I'm going to tell you this: you ain't black if you don't vote for me. And that isn't just him, that's a whole line of presidents that we be voting for. So it's crazy when you look at it from a different perspective and be like, do we need an enslaver as our spokesperson, but we still vote for these people? That shit is wild. And said, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Okay. Mr. Brimich, same question. Does the black race require a spokesperson? And if so, should it be a descendant of their enslaver?
Why do you need someone reminding you such of an ugly time? Something that happened so terribly wrong in your life and your people's lifetime and their people's lifetime. You don't need a everyday reminder, a spit in the face of what happened to people many years ago, hundreds of years or whatever ago. I say no to that. They don't need it. And I think they don't need a black elder person to be a spokesman for him, because he is a reminder of what happened wrong with all of his black people. They should look towards a fresh, young black person that only looks towards the future, making great investments and a new beginning, not worrying about the past, worrying about the future.
Okay, well said. Sean, same question. Does the black race require a spokesperson? And if so, should it be a descendant of their enslavers?
I'm gonna tackle the second part of the question first and then hit the beginning. We do not need, as Robert said, someone who's going to remind us of our past in a negative sense of them having just their color alone would give us an eerie feeling about them even being a representative or a spokesperson for us. Now, to the other part, I'm going to jump on what Tanya and Dude said, that once we seek Christ first and all of his, then he will give us what it is that we need. And when we do that as a people, then he will raise up a nation that will be able to lead ourselves.
they always got plans to have some type of scam or some plot to take them down. That's why you already had plenty of spokesperson, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey. These brothers were all spokesperson for the black community, and they killed them because they were getting too powerful and they were bringing people together with their words. And so the government is dirty because soon as people of color start to up uprise or enlighten one another, then they always find some way to take them down. They did the same thing to Aretha Franklin. They put out rumors that she was with the Black Panthers and all of them. She was doing, as an advocate for black people, speaking out against poverty and all that stuff that was going on. And then they tried to set her up, but she was smart. She was a no nonsense chick. She was filming the goddamn FBI, so they was worried that she was going to release something on them.
Okay. Okay, let's go back to the ladies and let's go to question number 4. Kiana, you with us?
Yep.
All right, Duchess, here's the question. Did you know that there are still Black people that believe that slavery saved the Black nation and the direct involvement of the white man is still essential to their survival? What do you say to that? What's your perspective?
Of course, there's some twisted mind people who think that the white man's gonna save them. But again, if I have my foot on your back, am I really gonna help you up? No.
Okay. Patsy, same question. Did you know that there are Black people that still believe slavery saved the Black nation and the direct involvement of the white man is essential to their survival?
That's some stinking thinking. And that is so wrong, because how do you think that the white man that stole Africans out of different countries and tribes out of Africa enhanced you and they built you up and they saved you? How is that saving you if they stole you from your family and your friends and your loved ones? That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go to the guys. Let's go to Dude first. Dude, did you know that there are still Black people that believe that slavery saved the Black nation and the direct involvement of the white man is still essential to their survival?
Never heard no dumbest shit in the world than that shit right there for anybody to say that, because now, unless you really do a deep study and really understand what situation we were in before slavery, they wouldn't say that shit. They wouldn't say that shit. That's the dumbest thing ever for anybody to say. And no, we don't need them. We before segregation, before integration, the reason why they wanted integration is because all the Black towns were doing better than all the white towns. And they wanted that Black money. So they used Martin Luther King to get us with them. So what the fuck we need from them? Why you think they burnt down all them towns and threw them under the water and all that? Because they were doing better than the white towns. We don't need them. They need us. And once we realize that, we'll be better. We spend $1.6 trillion a year for our people. Nobody spends more money than us. We got the dollars, but we walk around here acting like we ain't got no fucking sense.
Well said, well said. Mr. Lacey, same question. Did you know that there are still Black people that believe slavery saved the Black nation and that the direct involvement of the white man is still essential to their survival?
That is the pest that person is. That is some Uncle Ruckus shit to say. They're not even a part of the Black community. They feel like that. But I had something else to say about it, but I'm just not gonna say that part because I don't want to feel like maybe we do allow that type of stuff to happen because we've never really said nah. We want to be segregated. We don't want to be with you people. We don't want to have to go under your system or put our kids into the matrix or give them a social security number, have it sent over to the royal banks and be a part of this goddamn monopoly matrix. We never stood up for it.
Robert, same question. Did you know that there are still Black people that believe that slavery saved the Black nation and that the direct involvement of the white man is still essential to their survival?
I can say that don't shock me because Black people been through so much trauma, emotional damage, physical damage. It's just any type of damage you can imagine. They have experienced that during slavery. So leaving the Black race, they are um they left with scar souls. They can't help us. There was no help, and they won't be able to help us. What they was a hindrance, a daggone person where you go forward, they push you back 3 steps.
Timmy, same question. Did you know there are still Black people that believe slavery saved the Black nation and that the direct involvement of the white man is still essential to their survival?
Them are what I call Oreos. They're black on the outside, but they want their white inside to come out. And also they're pick me niggas too. Because they pick you to say these things, to praise them. So that's why a lot of them want to praise because they figure if they praise them, they'll pick them. Like my boy, like the Uncle Tom Oreo Ben Carson. I bet you he ain't in Trump's cabinet this time.
No Trump slander will be tolerated.
Okay. Tanya, you want to take a shot at this before I go to Sean?
Repeat the question again, please.
Okay. Did you know there are still Black people that believe slavery saved the Black nation and that the direct involvement of the white man is still essential to their survival?
Yes, I believe that. I believe that those are the ones that are trying to obtain power as opposed to thinking that the power is going to put them at the table with the powerful white when they're just being used as a tool.
Boulets.
Sean?
The boulets.
Oh, hold on. Dude, I think you're trying to say something. Go ahead, dude.
I said it's called the boulets.
Okay. Sean, same question. Did you know that there are still Black people that believe slavery saved the Black nation and that the direct involvement of the white man is still essential to their survival?
Yes, I did. I like what Tanya said. And I'll give a perfect example of why I believe that there are people that either believe it or they act like it is essential. And sorry, Gregory, I know you said there'll be no Trump slander. Those that have his ideology and beliefs and believe that he is for us, those are the people that I believe have that mentality that the white man is essential to us being who and what we are supposed to be.
Well, you gotta go prove him wrong.
Apologies,
We've
Sean.
been
I
doing it wrong
apologize,
for a long
That
time.
was a hell of
We've
a
been voting
piece.
for these people. You've been in their system too. You've been voting for these people that are slave masters. Trump's family didn't even own slaves. Wouldn't you know it?
We're going to go to question number 5. And let me see who we're going to go back to the ladies. Tanya, you still with us?
Yes.
All right. Question 5. According to haters of the Black nation, the number one reason why Black people fail to get ahead is because they are unwilling to let go of the unreal threat of racism.
And what am I supposed to say to that? Because that's a bunch of BS. Racism is here. It ain't never went nowhere. And we work harder to get ahead than any other race, I believe. Let me say that we have to work harder.
Okay.
Let me say that.
Patsy, question 5. According to the haters of the Black nation, the number one reason why Black people fail to get ahead is because they are unwilling to let go of the unreal threat of racism.
Well, if that's the case, there's racism all over the world. It doesn't pertain. We don't own
You get it.
um the act of being a racist or racism altogether. It's all over the world. It's like no matter what country you go to, you're gonna find some kind of racism. Even the Asian communities are racist against each other, like the Vietnamese against the
And the
Japanese
Cambodians.
and whatever. So there's racism no matter where you go. So if they're playing on that and that the Black community doesn't want to go past the work hard because of the racists in this country, that's a bunch of baloney. Because I've seen so many people, Black, white, and every other cultural background, work hard. So that's just an excuse to kind of bring somebody down.
For the division.
Yes.
Duchess, you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Question number 5. According to the haters of the Black nation, the number one reason why Black people fail to get ahead is because they are unwilling to let go of the unreal threat of racism.
That's some tactical stuff to try to mind screw somebody, but Yeah, if that was the case, then the whole you wouldn't have to, the whole pull up yourself by your bootstraps, then you wouldn't have removed the bootstraps, removed the boot, stuck us in the mud, moved the goalposts 10,000 times so that we can never get ahead. So that's a bunch of crap. Oh, can I add to that? I'm sorry. And you
Yes.
wouldn't have had to flood whole towns, cities, burn them to the ground, drop bombs on them. So a bunch of bull crap.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Robert?
If they ever want to make things right, the first step is admitting that there's racism in this country, and it was in this country from day one. Um, I'm gonna say black people, they do tend to worry about what happened to their people and their people's people too much. So on one hand, it can smack them, and on the other hand, they have every right to have their guard up. I don't think that is unreal. I think that is too real.
Mr. Lacey, same question. According to the haters of the Black nation, the number one reason why Black people fail to get ahead is because they are unwilling to let go of the unreal threat of racism.
Well, in the words of the great Ray Charles, it's a racist down in Georgia. It's a racist down in Florida. It's a racist all over the world. It's a global system, and this is why Black History Month kind of hinders us too, because white people, y'all need to know this too. Y'all are a part of the system now too. Y'all are enslaved just like everybody else. So this racial system that they got everybody working against each other in, and we don't realize it because everybody's acting. Everybody's just playing the role that they left for us, and while they somewhere in the shadows just laughing at us, probably watching us through all their little devices that they keep putting up on the streets. So when we realize that part and be able to come together as one, maybe we could actually go somewhere with the bullshit that they were saying.
All right, Timmy, the question is, according to haters of the Black nation, the number one reason why Black people fail to get ahead is because they are unwilling to let go of the unreal threat of racism.
How can you let go of something that ain't never really been abolished? You can't abolish something that they ain't never tried to do. It's still going on today. So it's nothing that they don't want to abolish racism. Now as soon as you say something insulting about uh the uh those uh Confederate flag people that they tore down their statues, and you say something negative, that's being racist. But if if we they say something about black people and they tell us, well, you should get over that's been 400 years. Some of you ain't even been around. It was before your time. So why you continue to try? Because it's still going on. It ain't never stopped.
Dude, question 5. According to haters of the Black nation, the number one reason why Black people fail to get ahead is because they are unwilling to let go of the unreal threat of racism.
Nah, I don't see that happen at all. All I see is they get subtle racism, they change racism up, just like they changed the word nigger up. They have their own keywords for shit. And they want to keep it going, because if they keep it going, they can keep us in that place. They want us to think about it when we're not thinking about it. We only think about it when we see it and we're challenged against it. When none of us are sitting here thinking like, oh, let me go to do this. I know I'm going to see some racism with it, but let me know. We don't do that until it happens. I don't see people that I know go into something like, oh, I know they're going to be racist. No, we just go do it. And then as we're doing it and we come across it, then we expose it. We don't go looking for it. We go do, they set everything offered to us. So we go and do it. And then when they put a hurdle or something in front of us or change the goalposts or change the rules so we can't get it, then we complain about it. Then they're saying we're complaining about racism when they know what they're doing.
Well said, well said.
Oh,
Sean?
before we go, my bad, before you go, I said the wrong verse earlier. It's 2 Corinthians 13:5. 2 Corinthians 13:5 is what I meant to say earlier.
Okay. Well said, well said. Sean, same question, question 5. According to the haters of the Black nation, the number one reason why Black people fail to get ahead is because they are unwilling to let go of the unreal threat of racism.
Just in the title that you gave them lets it be known that they are racist. Haters of the Black nation.
Mm-hmm.
They believe that it's their way of trying to, in my opinion, just in the phrasing of that question, it's their way of trying to control our narrative, trying to let us know why it is that we're in the situations that we're in because we won't let go of something that still exists and will exist until the end of time.
Love it, love it. All right, we're gonna go back to the ladies. Okay, Kiana, you with us?
Yep.
Okay, question 6. According to the prominent members of the American society, this great nation has never, ever done anything to disallow the advancement of any nationality.
That's a lie. I won't even let you finish the question. It's a lie. That's a lie. Even our government has been passing laws and doing things that have cut off our feet. So no, I won't even let you continue because I won't hear that stupidity.
Okay. Patsy, same question. Do you need the question or you got it?
I think I got it. It's basically we we don't need to pay attention to all that nonsense of trying to be taken down and put underneath someone else's foot. No.
Huh? Tanya, question 6. According to the prominent members of the American society, this great nation has never, ever done anything to disallow the advancement of any nationality, ethnicity, or race.
I'm going to have to second what Kiana said to that answer. And I'm going to add to the answer that they are doing it right now as we speak with the laws and the executive orders that they're passing, causing all kind of chaos so that we will be fighting amongst each other while the ultra rich, the uber rich band together to crush the mid to poor, those that they seek under them. So yeah, they're doing that right now.
All right. Timmy, are you with us?
Yep.
All right. Question 6. According to the prominent members of the American society, this great nation has never ever done anything to disallow the advancement of any nationality, ethnicity, or race.
That's what they want you to believe. But we all know it to be a lie, a bold-faced lie.
Okay. Gregory, same question. You need me to repeat it or you got it?
I got you. Your founding fathers were slave owners, and every president is related down to Donald Trump. They're all in it. It's one big club. You're not a part of it.
All right. Sean, same question. According to prominent members of the American society, this great nation has never ever done anything to disallow the advancement of any nationality, ethnicity, or race.
I can't believe that that's even a thought or a statement made by them when we can look at what is going on today, like it was stated earlier. And we're a country of holding down the next man, if you will, trying to be better than.
Okay, Robbie, you with us?
I'm here.
All right, same question. According to the prominent members of American society, this great nation has never ever done anything to disallow the advancement of any nationality, ethnicity, or race. What do you say?
Take a look around you. What do you see? You see it every day. Step outside your home. It's clear as day. I'm going to say they can, I don't want to use that word again, but they are holding who they want to hold back from being in certain places. So I'm going to say they always have done it. And today we have a president that sits in power and he's making a mockery of your what is this called, Black History Month. He is disrespecting each and every day of it.
Okay. We're going to go to dude question number 6. According to the prominent members of society, American society, this great nation has never ever done anything to disallow the advancement of any nationality, ethnicity, or race.
That's all they do. That's all they do. They don't bring nobody or allow nobody in this country that they're not going to benefit from or they can use for a purpose. That's it. They're not doing nothing generous for nobody. Nothing for nobody. Everything they do is for a fucking reason.
Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do a little commercial break. This episode is sponsored by EmporiumPlus.org. And we have a design that states, Black America, we do it for the culture. And Robbie, where can they purchase items like such?
If you're tired sucking on a pacifier or having a bib around your neck, you can get your grown finger and type in emporiumplus.org and find the latest fashions in Envy Forever, Still a Man, Youth Serum, Adapto Parish, Adopt Paris Ladies First, and SOS Support Our Sisters, and also a little bit of EmporiumPlus.org.
Loving it. All right, let's get back to the questions. Kiana, you with us, Duchess?
I am.
So if you loved all the questions up to these thus far, you're gonna really love this one.
I won't, but go ahead.
According
Wow.
according to white supremacists, the inferior race loves to blame the superior race for environmental and economic deficiencies.
How first of all, how are you superior if you have to put if you don't have to go around saying I'm superior if you're superior. So that right there negates any thoughts that they have. Please, if it was up to them, you'd have a sewer running through your backyard and you'd be living in filth and squalor. They don't care about anybody else. They just care about trying to make money. And that's all psychological BS to try to make themselves look good. Because if you have to rob, steal, cheat to get ahead, then you're not so superior.
Right? Well said, well said. Patsy, according to white supremacists, the inferior race loves to blame the superior race for economic and environmental deficiencies.
So you're saying the superior loves to blame the inferior, or the...
According to white supremacists, the inferior race loves to blame the superior race for their
Okay, like
economic.
I just kind of like misheard the inferior, but yeah, nah, man, they just crazy because they want to get rid of all the black culture. Anything that's revolving around the black race, or it's kind of like Hitler, how he wanted to get rid of the Jews. Come on now. That's what it all is about, you know? They don't want anything but pure white. But seriously, if you really think about it, there is no such thing as any pure breed because of race. Because if you go back in time, there's so many mixed people, it's not even funny. So we're all mixed with something. So
I
therefore,
guarantee you,
can't worry about that. It's like, but people are stupid. They want to be acting like they purebred when they're not pure at all. Only pure thing that was ever in this world was Jesus.
and I guarantee you, the ones who's claiming that they're pure, they'll fall out in the floor if they found out that they wasn't pure.
Right?
Tanya,
Repeat the question, please.
according to white supremacists, the inferior race loves to blame the superior race for their economic and environmental deficiencies.
Let me see, how should I answer this question? I'm going to say the inferior race is the superior race, and the superior race is the inferior race because they're trying to hold us down. They're the ones who have control of the money. They're the ones who don't believe in climate change. They're the ones who are trying to steal the money from the how can I cut the government down and take freeze all the assets is helping the inferior race. So in a sense, they're acting inferior because they see us as the superior. You get what I'm saying?
I get it.
That's another damn lie. That's another damn lie too. See, they are when they are in fear of something, they portray the lies and come up with excuses like people don't want to work.
Okay. All right, dude. The question is, according to white supremacists, the inferior race loves to blame the superior race for their economic and environmental deficiencies.
Well, shit, I don't see nobody complaining to us about nothing because we're 9 ether beings and they're only 6. So when it comes to being superior and inferior, 9 is higher than 6. 6 can't live beyond a certain point. 9 can live when the sun gets hot. 9 can live when any conditions. But 6 ether beings is only 1 away from an 8, which is 5. So 6 and 5 are closer together than 9. So those people and apes are more closer together than we are with them. So when it comes to superior, I can't get that because we're 9 ether beings. So that's bullshit. Ain't no one, so I'm reversing it. Ain't no one complaining to us about shit.
Okay, I get it. Sean, same question. According to white supremacists, the inferior race loves to blame the superior race for their economic and environmental deficiencies.
Again, that's just another way of them trying to control the narrative and make it seem like what they say, what they believe, and what they stand for is superior. I mean, them just having anything to say to try to defend what they do is narcissistic and trying to be superior in itself.
Robert?
Yeah, what a hell of a statement. You laugh at things like that. Look it, black people, they've been adapting for years. So the lack of this, the shortage of that, they've been adapting. They lived with it. They know how to adjust. They could take one bean and make a whole pot of soup out of it. What we haven't done is went up to the superior and said, um, we're very angry people. We blame you all the time. The reason why we don't have things in our life, some might have, but I don't think that all of us have. I'm just gonna end it with this: the superior, um, they like to be in control and they like to think they live better than all. But did they ever come to us and ask us or tell us what they're so angry about or what we're taking from them? Because to do something evil to people for so long, you would think one had to do something to them.
Well said, well said. Mr. Lacey?
That sounds like something straight out the mouth of the mother of Planned Parenthood and the women's right movement and the mother of eugenics, ironically, but we still support these people. We're not protesting about this stuff or trying to get rid of stuff that we know actually tried to kill us.
Huh? Duchess, you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, question 8. According to hate mongers,
Oh,
Black
okay.
nationalism will never be brought to fruition because the people lack dignity, self-sacrifice, and unity. What do you say?
First of all, you can't tell us we have dignity. We don't need your approval to say we are dignified people. So that in itself is a oxymoron statement. Do we lack a togetherness? That's all by design because there's more of us than there are of them. There's more dark people, people of color than there are white people. And if we all got together and had a single mindset of not just overhauling oppression, but just wanting to have all of our brothers and sisters be better, we could do that. But again, they hold a new sneaker up that's on sale next week and a shiny new stupid Gucci belt, and people find delight in the stupidity. And a lot of people don't want to do the work because it's hard work and it's painful work, but they'll never hold us completely down. It's their days are numbered.
That's right, girl. Let them know.
Patsy, same question. According to hate mongers, Black nationalism will never be brought to fruition because the people lack dignity, self-sacrifice, and unity.
I've seen more Black folks have more dignity and integrity and support one another than any white, especially the white men, because look at how they the undignified stuff that they done, like sexually towards women, and then put women down, and not just people of color. It's like, come on, really? Like, and then you want to call another race undignified, and anything that you can say negative, you put it on somebody else when some of the stuff that you're saying is really about you. That's what I got to say about that mess.
Tanya?
I'm gonna agree with what the panel said because they all kind of hit on some different aspects of it. And I'm just gonna add that it's a form of division that they're using because in reality, the hate mongers are hating themselves because they help to grow the Black nationalists, the minorities. They integrated, they how can I say this? By raping the women, they made more of us to band together. Does that make sense? You get what I'm saying about that?
It makes all the sense that it needs to make. All right, Timmy, are you with us?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, according to hate mongers, Black nationalism will never be brought to fruition because the people lack dignity, self-sacrifice, and unity.
If you remember the dignity that Black people show, if you remember the movie Longest Yard, where the white guard, was uh, try to get the black dude that was on the that was on the team playing against the guys. He kept on trying to provoke him by knocking the books off of the damn table and telling him, pick that, pick them books up, nigga, and, insulting him, right? And he kept on saying, yes, sir, showing dignity. And he couldn't understand why this stupid nigga won't react like he's supposed to while I'm insulting him. Why? Because he got dignity and he knows that's what you was trying to do. And we showed that a lot when they turned us down for different positions. We all we do is go back to the drawing board and work at it harder, be persistent to get where they say you're not welcome to be.
Robert, same question. According to hate mongers, Black nationalism will never be brought to fruition because the people lack dignity, self-sacrifice, and unity. What do you say?
I'm gonna go right and agree with Tim a little bit on the first one. Self-sacrifice. We we have that within us. We can help our neighbor. We help our neighbor. We help our people in the street. We look out for bums, and I'm gonna say, the people that is unfortunate to have to sleep out there. We help them out. We have some good bones in us. So I can say we do show um that we can be selfless. That's what you said, right?
Dignity, self-sacrifice, and unity.
Yeah. Yeah, and unity, that's the biggest problem we have. We only come together at weddings, funerals, cookouts, um maybe the strip club, um and probably to protest about something we might be upset about. Other than that, we don't stay together to show unity to the world. That's why we're we're easy to be taken advantage of, our race, and influenced by dumb shit.
Gregory, same question.
You can't take away my dignity. Yeah, because that's how we act. No bull crap. And we already had a black nationalism. And you know what happens? Because of that inferior race that you talked about in the last thing, because they're scared of our genes, because our genes is dominant. And if we go and have babies with their women, we're gonna end up creating more black people. And if they go have babies with our, they're not gonna end up creating more white people. It doesn't work that way because we are the superior race. So when you see stuff like that, they just want to hold it down anyways. That's why you got all these burnt
Outside.
burnt towns and drowned cities and people that they did experiments on in the towns of wealth that we already had. We already created that. Even before that, let me go a little bit further back. Let me go back to the Tartar Moorish Hebrew Israelite people that we really were. And they came here and they destroyed all our stuff and told you it was a world fair.
Okay. Sean, same question. According to the hate mongers, Black nationalism will never be brought to fruition because the people lack dignity, self-sacrifice, and unity.
Of the three, I would say we need to be unified. And until that happens, I believe we'll stay right where we are. We have dignity, but I think our pride gets in the way of that. We have to become unified.
Love it. Love it. Dude, same question. According to hate mongers, Black nationalism will never be brought to fruition because the people lack dignity, self-sacrifice, and unity.
Well, I think that we are more together today than we were 5 years ago. And I think we are unifying. It's taken time, but look at the damage for 400 years that's been caused. But I think we're in a better place than we ever been before. I love this time. It's the best time to ever be in.
Yes,
Why?
sir.
Because you are going to see the works, not hear about the stories, not read about the stories. During this time that we're living with our own eyes and our own ears, we are going to see the works and the power of the Most High deliver for all of us.
Huh? All right, we're gonna go to question 9. We're gonna stay with Dude. Okay, Dude, question 9. According to Black militants, the self-imposed segregation of the Black nation equals their true salvation.
The true salvation comes from the Messiah. Other than that, everything else is bullshit. That's the only salvation. The only salvation for anybody and anything, and especially for our people, is the Messiah. That's it. Nothing else. We look for other shit. Looking for other shit has got us in this situation. The reason we got put in slavery because we were looking for other shit. Stop looking for other shit and stick with what belongs to ours. And that's all it is.
Gregory, according to Black militants, the self-imposed segregation of the Black nation equals their true salvation.
I think that's what I alluded to earlier. And it doesn't even have to just be black people. It could be anybody that wants to come along this journey with us and disagrees with the system and doesn't want to be a slave to somebody's system because we've already been physically enslaved. We do need some type of segregation again so we can build up black nationalism, like you said in the last question. We need that so we can actually really come together. Because when you go outside and you see a whole bunch of black people and they're being friendly, what do they call that? Hospitality. Why is it hospitality? Would they try to put you in the hospital? They're like, we can't have this happening. We got to put these people in the hospital.
All right, Sean. Question number 9. According to the Black militants, the self-imposed segregation of the Black nation equals true salvation.
According to the Black nation, the self-imposed.
According
Um,
to Black militants, the
mhm.
self-imposed segregation of the Black nation equals their salvation, their true salvation.
I believe they believe that. I believe they believe that. And hmm, I'm just gonna stick with uh, I, it comes down to unification for me. We just have to come together as a people. I believe they believe what your question is, but it's more than that for it to actually become for to come to fruition. We have to unify.
Huh? Ladies. All right, Kiana, you with us?
Yep.
All right, Duchess. Question number 9. According to Black militants, the self-imposed segregation of the Black nation equals their true salvation.
I mean, I guess. I mean, are we supposed to walk around with just us? I mean, I don't know. I mean, again, until we have a unification and a clear goal, it it's all for naught. And as long as we let trivial things be more important than the real true goal of getting ourselves from the bottom to the top, I don't believe that can happen.
Patsy, question number 9. According to Black militants, the self-imposed segregation of the Black nation equals their true salvation. What do you say?
They lying to themselves because if you don't have
Malcolm
love,
X.
if you don't have love for each other as well as like all cultures, and it even goes for them haters, they hate on Black folks. It's you, God's greatest commandment is love your neighbor as you love yourself, as God has loved us. And we were made in God's image, and truly God's image is so many different colors. You really, in the Bible it doesn't even say what color Adam and Eve was. So therefore, how can you not love each other as God loves us? Is beyond me. Once we get rid of the hate between each other, whether it's within the same race or between one race against another, we will truly not be a happy race of human beings. That's what I got to say.
Love it, love it, love it, love it. Tanya, same question. According to Black militants, the self-imposed segregation of the Black nation equals their true salvation.
I'm gonna have to agree with Patsy. They're lying to themselves, and agree with the rest of the panel. You need unification. God created us in His image, and His image is about love. Love is the greatest gift of all. He loved us so much that He sent His Son to die on the cross for our sins so that we could be united with Him. So it's about unity as a humanity, as human beings, as humankind. We were created to coexist, not just as different races, but trying to segregate yourself is going against what God's plan is for us.
So Dave, you think they're trying to set you back 60 years? Because that'll be bringing us back then. And why do you think that we need to be separated? Could you imagine black people only talking to black people? How you know that's gonna be possible? Because this white lady or white man is twined into your black family, and you're gonna have to see their side eventually. Because your kids are half, black and half white or half whatever. It's just a messy situation. I don't think that's gonna be possible.
All right, let's get to this last question of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
And we hitting the 9 o'clock hour.
Yeah. So we're gonna finish strong. All right, so we're gonna jump around. We're probably gonna try to go. We're gonna jump around the board. So everybody just hold tight. There's a method to my madness. Patsy, we're gonna come to you first, beloved. The last question of the night is: has Black genocide damaged the Black spirit beyond repair?
I don't think so. Because if you have faith in God, you can overcome anything.
Love it. All right, let's go to Robert next. Robert, has Black genocide damaged the Black spirit beyond repair?
No.
Okay. Let's go to Gregory. Gregory, has black genocide damaged the black spirit beyond repair?
Yes, it has damaged people psychologically, mentally. People are having trauma from this still now. And people don't even realize they might be causing genocide on their own black people right now. Like Harriet Tubman said, I would have saved a lot more of you niggas if y'all knew y'all was slaves.
Okay. Uh, let's go to Sean. Sean, has black genocide damaged the black spirit beyond repair?
No. And I say that because when it's all said and done, all of us that are true believers will be able to live a life of example that shows that Christ is the way. And once we get back to that and become unified and realize that we are greater than we are evil, we'll be all right.
Okay. Kiana, it's on you, Duchess. Has black genocide damaged the black spirit beyond repair?
No, nothing can dampen our spirit. Our ancestors are inside of us every day, pushing us forward, moving us forward. So no,
Okay.
never.
Dude, it's on you. Has black genocide damaged the black spirit beyond repair?
No, that shit just made us stronger. It says after 400 years, our people will wake up in their land of captivity. We are waking up. We are in a better place than we ever have been in this time. And it's the prophets wish they could be here. This is the time they wish they could see. So why would I say this is a bad time? This is the greatest time to be in. Only 1/3 of our people are going to make it. So all we need is 1/3 to wake up, and 1/3 will wake up. Why? Because it's been written. That's it.
Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this to you in closing. The Black nation is the cornerstone of the American foundation. So the only thing that we need to do in order to become whole, become one, truly united, is we have to set aside those thoughts that the ones who enslaved us shall save us. All right, let me end this with a little poem, guys. Let me try to see if I can get through this. So the poem is a conversation with my father. Question: why is the truth so hard to embrace? Answer: because there is already a lie taking up the space. Should love hurt? Only if you enjoy misery and pain that comes with words that are curt. Is there a master race? There is only one race, and that is the human race. Why does my sister and brothers hate one another with such a passion? Because both your sister and your brother lack true compassion. Father, is it possible to lead a nation that has lost their way? My son, now heed the words that I say. You mustn't worry about those that chose to go astray. Hasten your steps and continue on your way.